All right, let's dive into the latest buzz around the Chicago Bears and some of the key players who might be on the chopping block as the preseason rolls on. After watching the Bears opener against the Miami Dolphins, it became clear that the team is making some moves, especially on the defensive side, due to a swarm of injuries in the secondary. This situation forced the Bears to bring in new talent, signing players like safety Mark Perry and quarterbacks Mike Gardner and Caleb Hayes. These signings hint at some roster shakeups coming soon. Every new addition means someone else might have to be cut or placed on injured reserve, which makes this a perfect time to speculate on who could be next to go. Starting with Tyler Scott, his position on this team feels increasingly tenuous. Watching him during the game, it was noticeable how he often seemed isolated on the sideline, almost like an afterthought. His limited contributions, a single catch for a handful of yards, hardly made a compelling case for his retention. The fact that he barely saw the field last season only deepens doubts. Despite frustrations with last year's coaching staff, it was baffling to see him fall behind players like DeAndre Carter and even Colin Johnson. This season, the competition in the receiver group has only intensified with players like DJ, Rome, Zakia, and Burden stepping up. On top of that, younger or less heralded players such as Devin Duvere and Maurice Alexander are grabbing more playing time and making plays. It seems unlikely Tyler Scott's time with the Bears will stretch into the regular season, barring some drastic shift. Then there's Jonathan Ford, a defensive tackle who showed flashes of promise last year when injuries thrust him into a more prominent role. The Bears snagged him off the Packers' practice squad, hoping he'd bolster their run defense. But the preseason opener wasn't kind to Ford. Though one game is a small sample size, his performance didn't stand out, especially in a crowded defensive tackle room. He seemed more effective rushing the passer than stuffing the run, which is a little concerning given what the Bears likely need from him. What's notable is that he logged nearly 50 snaps in nearly triple-digit heat, so he definitely earned some credit for endurance and toughness. Still, when stacked against veterans like Javon Dexter, Grady Jarrett, Andrew Billings, and a healthy Shamar Turner, plus the versatility of Chris Williams and Zach Pickens, Ford's path to securing a roster spot looks very narrow. If Turner gets back to full strength, Ford and Pickens might find themselves cut loose. Next up is Trey Flowers, a veteran presence whose role on the team seems to be shrinking. The preseason opener showed that while he finished the game on a stronger note, he struggled early on, especially against Miami's more athletic receivers. He missed a few press breakups, but managed to rebound somewhat, which suggests some fight remains. Still, it was clear he looked slower and less capable of keeping up with speedier opponents. With the Bears' cornerback core currently dealing with injuries, Flowers might cling to his roster spot simply because of necessity, not necessarily because he's outperformed others. But watching the game, it felt like Miami's offense found ways to exploit him repeatedly. His window for making an impact in the league feels like it's closing fast, and even his place on the initial 53-man roster could be tenuous once the injured players return. Doug Kramer's situation is complicated by his injury status and the shifting needs of the Bears' offensive line. Currently sidelined, Kramer's value as a backup center has been questioned, especially since Ryan Bates took over the role during the preseason opener and performed solidly. Bates's health and versatility to play multiple positions along the interior offensive line could make him more valuable than Kramer, especially considering Kramer's injury history this camp. There's also the fact that Kramer hasn't been utilized much, if at all, in a fullback role, which some thought might increase his versatility and chances of staying on the team. Without that additional value, he might be seen as too limited a piece, especially when you factor in younger players like Luke Newman, who impressed before leaving the preseason opener with a concussion. Lastly, J.P. Richardson's journey is proving difficult in a crowded wide receiver room. While he has shown flashes during training camp, his impact in the preseason opener was minimal, and that puts him at a disadvantage compared to other receivers, especially the undrafted rookie Jade Walker. Walker's bigger frame and ability to make explosive plays downfield stood out, making his path to the roster clearer. The Bears have plenty of smaller, quicker slot receivers, but fewer big-bodied targets who can stretch the field, and that could work against Richardson, whose skill set fits more in the slot role. With trusted returners and receivers ahead of him, including Dion Duvin and Maurice Alexander, Richardson is facing an uphill battle to earn a spot on the active roster. His lack of standout moments in the early preseason games doesn't help his case. The Bears roster is shaping up to be a tough puzzle to solve, especially with so many players fighting for limited spots. Injuries have forced the team's hand, bringing in new players while pushing some veterans closer to the edge. Watching this team navigate these challenges offers a glimpse into the harsh realities of NFL roster management, where every snap counts and the margin for error is razor thin. It will be fascinating to see how the coaching staff and front office balance talent, potential, and immediate needs as the regular season draws nearer. As the Chicago Bears continue to navigate the grueling process of finalizing their roster, the pressure intensifies on several players who remain on the bubble. Each preseason snap carries enormous weight, especially for those whose performance has yet to fully convince the coaching staff. The team's depth chart is in constant flux, shaped by injuries, performance, and positional needs, making every practice and game a critical audition. For some players, their future with the Bears hinges on grasping fleeting opportunities and showing enough to justify their spot, while others must confront the harsh reality that this could be their final chance to stick around. One such player is Jonathan Ford, whose preseason debut did little to ease concerns about his long-term viability on the roster. Despite playing a significant number of snaps and enduring difficult weather conditions, his overall impact fell short of expectations. Ford struggled to consistently stop the run, arguably the most important skill for a defensive tackle in the Bears scheme, makes his position precarious. The defensive line already boasts strong competition, and Ford must prove he can elevate his game, especially as players like Grady Jarrett and Andrew Billings have established themselves as cornerstone pieces. The Bears' need for stout run defense means there is little room for error, and any hesitation or inconsistency could be costly for Ford. Trey Flowers represents a veteran presence that often carries weight in a team's decision-making process, but age and declining speed are undeniable factors working against him. When evaluating the offensive line, Doug Kramer's situation is particularly tenuous given his injuries and the emergence of alternatives like Ryan Bates. The offensive line is the backbone of any successful offense, and flexibility and reliability in backups can mean the difference between a smooth season and one riddled with setbacks. Bates' ability to step into the center role and perform capably during the preseason is a strong statement about his readiness and value. Kramer's recurring injuries have limited his availability and, by extension, his chances to prove he deserves a roster spot. Additionally, the speculation about using him in a fullback role has not materialized publicly, which could have given him an edge by increasing his versatility. Without that added utility, the Bears might lean towards players who offer more consistent health and flexibility. The wide receiver competition continues to heat up, especially with undrafted rookies and younger players pushing to carve out roles. J.P. Richardson's lack of standout moments contrasts with the promising performance of Jade Walker, who seems to have captured the attention of coaches with his ability to make big plays and his physical presence on the field. The Bears' offense currently features numerous smaller, quick slot receivers, but the need for a bigger, more physical target is evident. Walker's style fits that niche, providing a potential mismatch for opposing defenses and giving the Bears more options in their passing game. Richardson, while showing flashes, has yet to demonstrate the kind of consistent impact that could elevate him above the crowded receiver group. This makes his path to the final roster particularly steep, and unless he can show something special in upcoming practices and games, he risks being left out. Looking beyond the immediate competition, the broader picture for the Bears is one of transition and adaptation. Injuries have forced the front office and coaching staff to reconsider their plans and strategies, often leading to tough decisions about player retention and release. Balancing the need for experienced veterans with the desire to develop younger talent is a delicate act, complicated further by salary cap considerations and long-term roster building goals. Players on the bubble must not only outperform their direct competitors, but also fit into the overall vision of the team moving forward. This often means that performance alone is not enough. Intangibles like work ethic, versatility, and potential for growth can also play decisive roles. Moreover, the Bears' secondary injuries have created an urgent need for reinforcements, prompting the signings of Mark Perry and the two quarterbacks, which in turn force corresponding roster moves. This ripple effect illustrates the interconnected nature of NFL roster management, where one injury or signing cascades into multiple adjustments. It highlights the brutal reality that professional football players face. No matter their talent or history, their place on a team is always subject to change based on the ever-shifting landscape of health and performance. As the regular season approaches, the Bears will have to make difficult choices, trimming the roster to the mandated 53 players. For many of these borderline guys, the preseason serves as their final audition. Each snap, each play, and every practice is a chance to impress or to falter. The mental and physical toll is immense, but so is the reward for those who survive the cut. The pressure to perform consistently, demonstrate adaptability, and contribute to the team's success is what defines the NFL's competitive nature. Watching these battles unfold offers a unique glimpse into the relentless competition that shapes every team every year. It reminds us that behind every headline and highlight reel, there are countless stories of perseverance, hope, and the constant fight for survival in one of the most demanding professional sports leagues in the world. The Bears' journey through this critical period will reveal which players possess the resilience and skill to carve out a role, and which ones will need to look elsewhere to continue their careers. The drama of roster cuts is as intense as any game itself, a testament to the high stakes and unforgiving reality of professional football. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL community as KHALIL Herbert's potential return to the Chicago Bears is generating a significant buzz. Known for his agility and hard-nosed running style, Herbert's previous stint with the Bears left a lasting impression on fans and analysts alike. The possibility of him donning the Bears uniform once more has stirred excitement, not only among the team's faithful, but also within the league. Speculation suggests that Chicago's front office may be eyeing Herbert to reinforce their backfield, bringing much-needed depth and explosiveness to their rushing attack. Herbert's time away has only enhanced his skills, and insiders whisper that his maturity and improved vision on the field could be a game-changer for a Bears team that has struggled to find a consistent ground game. While no official announcement has been made, sources close to the team hint that talks are progressing well, fueling hopes that this reunion might soon become official. This potential move could symbolize more than just a player's return. It could be the Bears' strategic pivot in their quest to build a more dynamic offense. Adding fuel to the fire, discussions within Bears circles point towards a possible contract structure that could be mutually beneficial, allowing Herbert to prove his worth while giving the team financial flexibility. Analysts speculate that Herbert's work ethic and perseverance resonate with the Bears' culture, making this reunion seem almost destined. Reports suggest that the Bears' coaching staff, particularly their offensive coordinator, has been vocal about wanting a versatile running back capable of making plays in both the running and passing games. Herbert fits that mold perfectly, and insiders believe that his unique ability to break tackles and gain yards after contact could complement the current roster's skill set. Moreover, this potential signing is seen as a message to the Bears fan base, a promise of renewed competitiveness and a hint of the team's ambitions to shake up the NFC North. While the Bears have yet to confirm, the palpable energy around this possibility has already sparked conversations about how Herbert's presence might reshape the offense and even impact team dynamics in the locker room. Fans and commentators alike have started drawing comparisons between Herbert's previous tenure with the Bears and what his return could mean in the current NFL landscape. The running back's performances in pivotal moments have not been forgotten, and whispers suggest that the Bears may be counting on his clutch ability to turn close games into victories. Sources close to the player reveal that Herbert himself is intrigued by the idea of returning to a familiar environment where he felt valued and could thrive. The Bears, grappling with injuries and inconsistency at the running back position, might view Herbert's return as a strategic move to stabilize and invigorate their offense. Furthermore, the media chatter hints at possible tweaks in the Bears' offensive schemes designed to maximize Herbert's strengths, indicating that his impact could extend beyond just carrying the ball. While the Bears' official channels remain tight-lipped, the growing speculation continues to fuel excitement about the team's offseason plans and how they aim to build a winning formula in the seasons to come. Rumblings from NFL insiders also indicate that Herbert's potential return could influence draft strategies and free agent acquisitions for the Bears. By securing a reliable and proven running back, the team might redirect resources towards other critical positions in need of reinforcement. This strategic move suggests a layered approach to team building, where the Bears aim to blend experience with emerging talent. The buzz around Herbert's comeback also highlights the evolving nature of the running back role in today's game, where versatility and the ability to contribute in multiple facets are highly valued. Observers note that if the deal goes through, Herbert's experience and playing style could serve as a mentor figure for younger players on the roster, fostering development and competition within the squad. Although the final outcome remains uncertain, the speculation itself has already invigorated discussions about the Bears' identity and future, casting Herbert's return as a potential cornerstone in their rebuild efforts and offering a tantalizing glimpse into the team's evolving strategy. The intrigue surrounding KHALIL Herbert's possible return to the Chicago Bears continues to intensify as training camps approach and off-season moves gain momentum. This rumor has sparked not only hope among Bears fans, but also skepticism from rival teams aware of Herbert's capabilities. The player's journey since his last Bears appearance, marked by resilience and growth, makes the prospect of his comeback even more compelling. As the Bears prepare for a season that promises to be fiercely competitive, adding a familiar yet improved weapon like Herbert could be a key differentiator. Industry insiders suggest that this move could revitalize the Bears' offense and create a more balanced attack, alleviating pressure on the passing game and opening up new tactical possibilities. While the organization has yet to make any formal statement, the growing chatter has already influenced betting odds and fan expectations alike. The potential reunion is more than just a transaction. It symbolizes a narrative of redemption and strategic planning, captivating the Bears community and leaving the football world eagerly awaiting what might be the next exciting chapter in KHALIL Herbert's career and the team's resurgence. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.